Okay. So what we're gonna do is the perfect crime. Now with this,
Oh.
we're gonna do okay. So there was a wheel of like different scenarios. I'm not doing that because I don't want to think more than I have to, and I don't have to think a lot for this, and that's okay. I just have to roll a dice, and that's all I need. All right. So what we're gonna do is a prison escape. Now, I should have made. I was thinking about doing another wheel, but that's okay. We'll just see something. So one of you is going to be a warden, and one of you is going to be the prisoner, the professional, number one, best prisoner on the aisle, longest being there, so also the suckiest prisoner on the aisle. All right, and it's going to be like Alcatraz. Do you guys, you know Alcatraz, right? You guys, you know what that is?
Yes.
Yes.
No.
Okay,
What the fuck?
It's a big
Alcatraz.
prison.
It's the most secure prison that no one's escaped except 3 people, but they disappeared, and it's surrounded by a body of water.
It's in San Francisco.
I see. Oh,
So
is it?
we're yeah. So we're gonna do that, and it's haunted, and so you're gonna one of you will be escaping, one of you will be trying to stop the escaping. Now with this, I have this wheel up here, right? You both gonna draw 3 items. So if you get up like Microsoft Notepad or a piece of paper, it would be ideal for you to write this.
Piece of paper, because there's no goddamn way of remembering all that. Anything.
You guys need to write this up when I get your little things. So you're gonna have 3 lives each, as well. You know, I don't know how that's gonna work, but that's okay. We'll just see.
Maybe I drowned myself.
That is a way. Okay. So, is everyone ready for the perfect crime? As Mango immediately mutes.
I'm taking a piss.
What the fuck?
He did just wake up, I imagine.
It's like me going to work after being late. I fucking woke up at exactly 8 o'clock in the morning, being like, is it too late to say I can't come into work? As a minute goes past on my shift, and I'm like, Okay.
Also, I'm pretty sure Alcatraz is by the Golden Gate Bridge.
Well, that's good. Okay, hold on.
I'm reading your chat.
Well, it's gonna do a little another wheel.
Fuck.
My stomach.
I woke up like, not like 2 minutes ago. I looked at my phone like, why is Wild messaging me? So I came in and I was like, wasn't it at 11 a.m.? It was not at 11 a.m. Okay, anyway.
No one knows what time is, and that's the best part.
I showed up on time.
Yeah,
Even
Lobby
earlier.
showed out uptight. I apparently miscommunicated with Mango. I was too focused with, Mango, we're gonna do something funny. This will just be
Do I
called
need
wheel.
a big paper or like a...
just anything you can write down your objects, your items. That's all I want from you. Okay. Are we all ready?
See.
Who wants to go first?
Do I need to spin the wheel to figure out? Or...
Yeah, but who wants their items first?
I'll go first. Me.
Oh, okay.
I want my items. The first spin is always the luckiest.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
With your
Oh, thank God. No.
Your pocket-sized frog machine.
Okay.
Hold on, I also have to write this shit down.
Pocket-sized.
Wow, you pranked me.
It's good.
Yeah, it's very lucky.
Don't worry. Just imagine
There's
if you're the
luck to come.
Oh, I also have the advantages and disadvantages. Thanks for the 100 bits, sure. All right. So, Mango, would you like to go next now for your item?
Yeah.
Okay. Hold on. Let me write this down. I should be studying for my exams, but I'm here.
I should be doing notes for my final.
Oh, you too?
Oh yeah, I'm failing.
Mango with the acoustic glass breaker.
What? Why are you acoustic?
Acoustic glass breaker.
What is that? Wait.
It's whatever you
Acoustic black breaker sensor. Designed to
sense.
listen specifically for
Oh.
the sound of glass breaking. This sensor offers a whole
Yeah, but
room protection for
you're doing a sensor. This is just an acoustic glass breaker.
Oh.
This breaks
That's not what
glass
I'm
with
getting.
acoustics. All right,
Ah, I see. Okay.
Lobby's turn.
Yay. It's gonna be really good.
It will be,
Mm-hmm.
especially with your
Oh,
fake ID badge.
may I please be the prisoner?
Okay.
If I'm the warden and I have
It's a
fake
little
IDs,
funky.
this is
Oh, that's okay. All right, Mango, you will have for your second item.
Oh,
no.
glow in the. Okay, that's awesome. Does the glasses glow in the dark, or does it make it so that everything glows?
We'll just say that the glass rim is just fluoride glow in the dark. I added that and I was like, that would be so funny because I'm pretty sure Wade got that. All
Yeah,
right.
wait, dude.
Yep. Okay. So your final item, Lobby.
Oh fuck yeah, let's go.
Your final item
Please. Oh.
is a grappling hook.
Oh,
It's a
wow.
grappling hook. Told you.
That's pretty useful, I think.
You've got
I don't know,
quite
man, my
the.
acoustic glass breaker would help.
All right.
I totally
And
the principal.
mangoes. Now you can use these once, whenever. Oh,
Oh,
EMP wristwatch.
okay.
So you like fuck with, you know, electronics. All right.
Hmm?
So for Lobby, we have a pocket-sized fog machine, a fake ID badge, a grappling hook, and for Mango, we have an acoustic glass breaker, glow-in-the-dark sunglasses, an EMP
man.
wristwatch. All right. Do you guys want your disadvantages now, or advantages?
Yes.
So this is gonna affect you for the rest of your run, your game, right? Okay. So Mango, would you like to start off this time?
Why is balls on the list? Sure.
Yeah, okay.
Please, God, give him balls.
Oh, don't worry. This is
No.
even better.
Let's again.
Why is my penis ankle length? No.
Aren't you so glad you woke up to do this, Pico?
Yeah.
I was because I stole some of these from Distractable, right? And I saw right next to the tongue there was a penis one as well, and I'm like, I'll add that, sure. Hold on, I'm gonna
Okay,
add
what
the
is my
egg. No,
advantage?
hold on, I'm
What
gonna
is his
write the
advantage?
egg. It's whatever it is. All right,
Whatever your mind can think of.
all right. Lobby, your advantage disadvantage will be.
Let's see. Oh. Oh.
You're just extremely dry.
Does it also count for oils or?
You'll find out, I guess.
Oh.
Did you guys want to just do one advantage disadvantage, or does anyone want to roll some more? Does anyone
I
care?
think we need two.
Do
I
you
don't know
need
how I feel
to?
about my penis.
Lobby, are you okay with rolling for two?
Oh yeah.
Okay, Mango, your next advantage disadvantage is.
What?
Please be balls. Oh my god. Please.
No.
Oh.
Oh my god. Yes!
I cannot believe this. Not even this is me right now.
So you are bold with an ankle length penis. All right. So, Lobby, your next advantage disadvantages.
It'd be funny if I get the hair one.
Oh,
It's funny if we get like wet and dry.
oh.
Oh my arm.
Why is yours like
Okay.
just so? Okay.
Alright. I'll take it. Is that why I'm
Those
so
are
dry?
dry.
Probably, you know. I just like to mention that some of these are very
My
lovely.
penis.
Yes.
Oh.
As in terms of we have whistle triggered sneezing and eyebrow extensions and eyelashes that flap like butterfly wings. Is what
Pinky.
you guys
Look.
could have gone. All right.
We could have been beautiful.
You could have been one of you could have been bold and one of you could have been Bigfoot.
Well- Looks at Mango.
Bigfoot level hair. Okay. So, this is for the warden or the prisoner. What would you guys like to be drawn first, aka like picked first? Do you want to be going for the warden or the prisoner first?
How that's gonna affect, and I don't really know the fucking story, but I like to think that love is a fucking criminal.
Okay, so we'll be drawing for criminal right now.
I swear to God, if it picks me, I'm gonna kill myself.
Okay, don't worry, because it will not.
Thank
Bango
God.
is the criminal.
Wait.
Oh no,
No,
Lobby's the
it-
criminal.
Oh, God damn.
There you go. There you
Well,
go. I knew it. By the power of God.
All right,
You're
Mango,
bald. You can't talk.
you're the warden, which really fits with
I'm
your
just an ugly
boldness.
ass prisoner, bro. And I'm just an ugly ass warden.
You're
I
a
can see.
criminal warden.
I'm a warden.
You're a warden. Okay.
Has a suspicious tiny penis.
All right. So through this, as you can, so we're
Mhm.
doing the prison break, prison escape.
Mhm.
Alcatraz looking ass island. Okay, so it's just a prison in a body of water. All right.
Yeah.
Now this is going to be turn based. You're gonna each have one action to do something. You have 3 items, 2 advantages, and your only goal is to break out as Larby, the criminal, to break out. Or do you want to break someone out? Perchance. Or do you just want to break out?
I'll break myself out. I
Okay.
wouldn't break
You're
anyone out.
breaking
Don't
you're
care
breaking
that much.
yourself out. You're the
Mhm.
prisoner. Mango,
Mhm.
your only purpose is to fuck up Larby and make sure he remains as the prisoner that has failed every other attempt at breaking out.
Okay.
Okay. So
I have
I
one.
you have the entire prison to your disposal as the warden.
Word.
You whatever's in that prison, you can make it happen, you know? In reason for a
Mhm.
prison. In reason.
In
All
reason
right.
for prison.
Lobby, would you like to go first in your action
Sure.
as the criminal?
Okay, so I imagine I'm just in my cell, sitting, thinking, plotting. I somehow got a whole fog machine in here, so I decide
The
I'm
fucking
gonna
flash
turn.
one. Okay.
I'm gonna put it on the floor and turn it on, so that it can start fogging up my jail cell.
Okay. And I'm gonna roll if that happens. We're gonna go with 110 is
Mhm.
fail, 1120 is success. Okay.
Please God, let the fog machine work.
All right.
Well-
So your fog machine immediately malfunctions and proceeds to make the most piercing sound in the entire prison. But no one notices. And they're just like, "Oh, it's only Lobby failing another attempt." So you can no longer use your pocket-sized fog machine, and that's your entire turn. All right, Mango, your goal.
I heard from the commotion that Lobby tried to attempt again, but failed. What the fuck am I gonna do with my items? Nothing. I'm just gonna go over to check on Lobby and take the fog machine from him. I guess, even though it's already broken.
Okay, you
Just in
just
case he tries to
confiscate.
Yes.
I'm gonna roll if you can actually successfully confiscate it. You take away Lobby's fog machine as Lobby prize. Lobby holds it dear to his heart, exclaiming, "It was from my late mother," and you just take it away with no further gives or fucks. Lobby is now in his cell, distraught, crying, a -1 to all actions, and it's just absolutely just distraught with the lack of fog machine. All right, Lobby, you're going.
Okay. Once I see that Mango has left, I like peek around, look, I'm like, okay, coast is clear. They all hate me. I'm just here. Got it. So I just get my big robotic arm, roll the sleeve up, and try and punch a hole through the wall. I don't care if it makes a lot of noise. I'm just gonna try and get out of here, man. God fucking damn it.
Your robotic arm malfunctions in the process as well. You seem to be going to the same mechanic and it's all going wrong. As your tears slowly seep into your robotic arm, it malfunctions and cannot be used for, I'll say, a turn.
My dryness didn't work on my face, I guess.
Your dryness only applies to anything human and fleshy. Unfortunately, your robotic arm is not dry and is actually very sensitive to water, and you are stuck in your cell, still crying, still sobbing. -1 to all. Oh, you would have gone in a 5 anyway. Oh, okay. Well,
wow.
You're gonna have such a fun time, Mango.
I'm gonna add that together. -2.
No, just -1. Just -1.
Oh, okay.
You're just really distraught, and you can't use your robot arm for 1 turn. All right, Mango, your go. There's like nothing for you to do.
I come back. The loud sound of loving you my body comes to smash on the wall. I look over the prison cell and I just see a curled up Lovey.
Don't look at me. Don't look at me.
There's really nothing for me to do since you're failing so much. I point at Lovey and laugh and I leave.
I'm gonna roll for your laughter. See if that does any damage to Lobby.
Please don't be a 20.
You laugh at Lobby, however, you trip on your ankle length penis on the way out, and Lobby begins to laugh at you instead, and actually begins to stop crying and gains back the negative, and is no longer got any debuffs. However, you now have to awkwardly run out of the prison area because of your mishap with tripping on your ankle length penis. Now suffer a -1 to all actions until further.
Okay.
All right, Lobby. 3rd time's the charm, buddy.
Okay. I'm now filled with determination of seeing Mango fuck up, right? So
all right, gain +1.
I decide to look out again, and I see a guard. He looks fairly new, I imagine. Never seen his face, or I just didn't care to remember. And I call him over. I'm like, "Hey, you, come here. You see that? You see the warden, right? Him and his big old schlong, right?"
Why would a warden not alert me as another warden?
Trust, I know what I'm doing. I try and convince this guy that I can get him some schlongel schlurgerly when I get out of the prison.
Schlongel schlurgerly. Okay, is that your turn? You offer Schlongo schlurgerly?
Mm-hmm.
All right, you got a 12. You convince the guard well enough. They're still skeptical and a little distraught with your recent attempts. They're quite new. They actually started this morning, and they were
Congratulations.
told about Larby, the criminal. And after just seeing your recent 2 attempts in the last 5 minutes, they're like, okay, you're convincing, I guess. And they open the food slot of your cell and offer you a biscuit.
Mm,
End of turn. You didn't convince them good
I'm
enough
gonna
to let you out.
I'm gonna. I'm shoving that in my pocket though.
Okay, you have a biscuit now.
Fuck yeah.
All right, Mango, what happens after your trippage?
I go back to my fucking water room and cry.
Okay, is that it?
What else am I gonna do?
I don't know. Okay, well,
I'll get out of here soon. Don't worry.
okay. Let's. I'm gonna just.
Can I roll for my crying?
Yeah, but I already did. Don't worry. You cry. You attempt going back to your warden room. You trip on your ankle-length penis every step of the way there, and miserably break down in the corner, tripped over, as your bald head is now showing intensive bruising after tripping on your penis every step of the way there. You are now looking more and
Just
more
make me
like.
more than me.
You are now looking more and more like Veronica from Charlie and the Chocolate Factory.
Who the fuck is
Suffer
that?
another -1 until for the rest of your turns. So you're at -2 right now. All right, Larby, please get the fuck out of this
Okay.
prison.
After the guard gives me the little biscuit, I have it in my pocket, and I tell him, "Hey, if you just, hand me your uniform, start stripping right now, and I'll give you my clothes. And when I get out, I'll call the guy for you, okay? Just give me your clothes, I'll give you my clothes. We do a little switcheroo, and that's what I do."
The guard is so confused with your attempts, but is curious to see what happens, and decides, okay, I guess I've always wanted to be a prisoner. The criminal, I guess. They open the cell door, and you switch clothes, and you just.
Quick question: did he take anything out of his pocket? I'm really hoping he did.
You took out
No.
another biscuit. You now have 2 biscuits.
Oh, hell yeah.
They were made by his late grandmother. His final gift. You are now
Oh.
distraught by this information. No longer gain a +1. Okay. Well, so Larby's out of the cell now in prison uniform. Mango, you're just. I guess it was nepotism on how you became a warden, but Anyway, your turn.
Try my best. My penis is really in the way, considering the fact that I tripped on it like twice already. In like the span of 10 minutes.
Funny. That whole walk to the office was a continuous trip.
It's like an anime girl run over to the warden, just tripping over on this massive. Right? What do you know? You don't know that Larby is out of the prison yet, but you're
And I'm
depressed
sweaty.
as fuck and blue on the head.
I really am. I finished my fucking crying. I came back out to, continue my parole. And then I looked over at Lovey's cell. I'm like, I'm looking a bit pale. Wait.
Yeah, I'm gonna do a perception.
Skin.
See if you actually saw Larby. You think Larby is a little paler, but nothing really catches you off guard. And you just decide to do your rounds as a warden.
I just think it's okay.
Slowly knocking your ankle-length penis around. But you just do your rounds, monitoring the other guards, seeing what's happening.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. So now that I'm out of my cell, I have the guard uniforms on, right? Because we switched clothes.
Yeah, you did. You did.
Okay. So I have that on. I got my fake badge on me. Kind of slap it on. Like, okay, This is good. We're good. We're out of here. So I start walking towards the entrance of the jail because I don't want to use the exit. That's too far. And I'm like, I'm gonna clock out. See ya, guys. Nice working. Be back later. Biscuits from my grandma, and I place them on the table.
Right. So you just walk out of the prison and shove biscuits on a table at the front desk.
Yeah, why not? Fuck.
They look at your biscuits and they're like, "Hold on, that's John's biscuits from his late grandma. He just started here. He told me about his late grandma. That's why he didn't start here 2 weeks ago. Hold on." Alarms are blaring. You've been called. You're now running through the prison, attempting to get out because now they've just locked the front entrance after being so distraught with how you've stolen John's late grandma's biscuits.
Yeah.
All right. So now Mango gains a +1 as the warden. So you're at a -1 right now.
I assume the fucking alarms made it so that I know Lovey fucking left.
Yeah, I'll give you that. I'll give you that. You were just like, huh, Lobby's a little
Yeah.
pale.
I heard the alarm ring. I run back to Lovey's cell. I'm like, "You're not fucking Lovey!" I pointed him and I said, "Who the fuck are you?" And then he told me that he's the new warden. I said, "You're fucking fired. You're gone."
All right, is that your?
Right, that one on the spot first.
Is that it?
No.
Okay.
And then, can I contact? Can I contact my, workmates when if they last I saw they saw Lovey?
You can.
Just fucking.
Do you want me?
We're running
I
around.
really wish I had that fog machine.
I'll see if you're up to date with the technology. You are not up to date with technology.
Okay.
John is now really distraught after losing his late grandmother 2 weeks ago, losing all his last remnants of the biscuits, and is now being cussed out by the warden with the ankle-length penis and a bald head. As John watches you fumble with technology, he begins to mock you. You proceed to walk out, tripping on your ankle-length penis, gaining another bruise to your head. You're back in -2.
This is like my worst fucking.
We keep lowballing it so hard. I don't know what to tell you.
Rolls are great. Okay.
Wait, just 1 minute.
I'm running.
Mango, you're running around the fucking thing. You just say you're running around. You have no technological advances though, but you're just running around looking for Lobby. All right, Lobby, you're running around the prison. Go.
Yeah, I'm running around the prison. I'm looking around, and I see a small vent. It's a bit high. I can probably squeeze there. My ass probably won't fit, but I can squeeze through there if I try. So I'm like, okay, my grappling hook can totally get me up here. I deploy it, try and get up there. Oh my fucking god.
Your grappling hook malfunctions.
Wow.
For the same mechanic.
Malfunction.
It actually hits you in the face and draws a little bit of blood on your arms as the hook scrapes your arm. But your dry skin has a chemical reaction with the blood.
Oh, Jesus.
And the dead skin cells of how dry your arm is and the blood make a very thick concoction that it is now just piling up on your arm, creating a mass destructive piece of arm blood mixture. Your robotic arm also gains a little bit of blood and is now clogged up. You cannot use it for a turn.
I thought it was broken already, shit.
Yeah, that was for 1 turn. It's been like 5.
Oh.
I told you 1 turn. You need to stop seeing your mechanic, bro. Alright, Mango. You hear the commotion, I would assume.
Yes. Motherfucker. I run to the corner where the fucking vent is. And I look over and I see a girl that love me again, second time. On the spot. I call backups to carry this motherfucker back to his cell. Assuming, taking the advantage that he can't really move any part of the upper body right now except for like his leg.
Yeah,
Now
yeah.
you know what?
All
Can I
right.
roll to pour water on Lobby?
To pour water.
Yeah.
Where are you getting the water from? Oh, I'll find out. All
Don't say
right,
penis.
you find
Oh, Lord.
the break
Son of-
room, and you grab a water
With my
bottle
inch-
that was John's from his late grandmother,
Yeah,
and you
with
pour
his
it
grandma.
on Lobby, and Lobby is now taken back to his cell because he is just, you know. I don't know how to recover Lobby. He's been caught practically. All right, you lose 1 life.
Ugh.
All right, well, that's where the life system's coming in. All right, so restart. Lobby, would you like to roll for 2 new items per chance?
Sure.
Okay.
Do I still have my biscuits? No, I got rid of those. Never mind.
Well, not only
took
did
your
you get
biscuits.
John fired, John no longer has his late grandmother's biscuits, so
Shit, sorry, John.
Don't.
While I'm being carried into the jail, we're swapped out. I wave and say bye, John. Sorry,
all
man.
right. But you have your fake ID badge.
Okay.
And dissolving handcuffs.
Okay.
Hold on, I gotta write this down, please. Might have been better to do it online. That's okay.
I still don't have my grappling hook, right? That right?
That's gone.
That's broken. That's why we're re-rolling.
That's broken. Yeah.
It actually got confiscated.
Please give it
You're
back
gonna
to
get
me.
another frog machine?
No!
But
No,
you
you're
have
not.
a
Okay.
holographic business card. You almost
got
got
this.
both of your original items, and I'm like, did they really just give it back to you?
They felt bad.
They felt bad. Okay. I'm gonna change to the Google D20, I think. For
Oh.
obvious reasons. Yeah, okay. We're now gonna use. Oh. I don't know what I've done.
I'm nice and dry still.
Hold on, guys. How do I get rid of one? Okay. Alright. You can. You're back in your criminal
Back in my cell.
prison cell. You're still the #1 criminal, aka been there the longest because you fucking suck at escaping, apparently. John's now fired,
Showing.
but his twin brother, Pedro,
No.
is now a new guard told to watch
No.
you. But he knows what you did to John, stealing his biscuits.
He knows about the biscuit. And his job.
And Pedro is now extra careful in watching you and doesn't want to end up like John. All right, do your move.
Okay, so in my jail, I call Pedro over, right? I'm like, hey man, you know the warden, right? Great guy, big old schlog. You see, outside, I have this guy. I even have his business card right here, and I whip out my holographic business card and I pass it through to the bars, and I'm like, here, you can call him after I break out, and I'll get you like a little discount on it, you know.
Oh!
Fuck's sake. Alright. Lobby holographic business card with glitter, the whole shebang, clearly printed out on a Word document and
Ow!
shitly cut with scissors with the little pattern on them. And actually not laminated, but a piece of clear sticky tape is just shoved on top from one of those crafts videos. Pedro is so taken aback with your businessman attitude and is like, sure, I'll let you out. And
God, fucking Pedro,
you
you and your brother.
get you get out. You no longer have a business
Alright.
card because Pedro is now hoping to get a. What did you offer him? A giant schlong?
A schloggle schlurgly. Like
Fucking. Okay, just get out of the cell. You walk down the hall. I don't want you in that room with him. All right, you go,
give him a
Mango.
kiss on the forehead before I leave.
No, you don't. Mango, you go.
Oh, man.
Remembering that the fucking guard that's guarding Lavi right now is John's brother. Run through it. Lavi's frozen cell in fear. Is Lavi already gone?
Lobby is already gone. Pedro is staring at the business card in awe and absolute satisfaction with the craftsmanship and is mumbling to himself. What was it, Lobby?
I'm getting some schloggle schlurgery.
He's like Schlunga Schlurby.
You fucking slurry. I look at Pedro. I say, "Can I have the fucking card for a second?"
All right, hold on.
Hold
on.
I need to roll for that. Okay.
Yeah, I would have laughed so hard if it was a one. I just wanted to see. All right, continue with your go. That was just a funny haha. I want to see if that would fail.
Take the fucking holographic card. I rip off the stupid ass sticker from it. I'm like, bro, that's not real, bro.
Pedro is now distraught as he remembered vividly from his late grandmother that he actually took an arts and crafts workshop with her. And as he watches you rip up the card, he is now taken aback with just flashbacks of his late grandmother and the macaroni class they did together.
God, what is this grandma? Where's this money?
Pedro is now on the ground, profusely sobbing. And it's just taken aback. Anyway, you realize Lobby's gone. And
Alright. Oh, I love him now.
Lobby's in the prison. You've just broken the entire Pedro John bloodline into two. The late grandmother is just, I don't know. Anyway.
Can I ring the bell?
You can ring the bell. Yeah, I'd say you rung the bell after realizing Lobby's fucking gone. Alright, Lobby, the bells are rung. You don't understand that Pedro is having a mass breakdown. But you're in the prison. You're now just... You're not in disguise or anything. You're just kind of strolling, I guess.
Yeah. Okay. So, I'm walking around and I very faintly hear the bell. And I'm like, okay, let's pick this up. And I start running, right? And while I'm running, I collide with another guard, right? And I look at him, and he looks at me, and I tell him, like, hey, I have a deal for you.
You're not doing this again. Okay. I ban you from using Schlongel Schlurple. You don't have a business card anymore. You can't offer. You can't keep businessmanning this shit. I'm not. No, you're not allowed.
I got it here because I'm a card artist. Okay.
You have another item you could fucking use, for God's sake.
Okay. Instead of doing all that, scratch all that, I go to a window and I'm like, I'm gonna punch this shit real hard with my nice robot arm, and I roll up my sleeve. Actually, I rip off my sleeve. That's funnier.
Okay.
Fuck.
The cloth gets stuck in the robot arm, and the same fucking mechanic you keep going to, it just malfunctions. This arm is like a Temu plastic arm that you got for the 33-cent deal, where you actually got your holographic business card from too for 33 cents, and this fog machine. But you were so taken aback. Oh, no, it was AliExpress. You were so taken aback by the 99-cent for 3-item deal that you brought 3 worthless pieces of crap and actually modified your arm. and
Mhm.
all you do is you rip the cloth, it gets tangled in the arm, and the window. You basically just headbutt the window and now have a giant dent on your head. All right. Well, -1 for you, I guess.
Fuck.
You have a concussion right now. All right, Bango, you go.
Okay, can I roll to see if the fucking warden that I'll be interacted with tells me where the fuck he is?
Sure. They
Okay.
are so distraught from you ripping up the memorial of their late grandmother that they're just profusely sobbing. There's no further interaction you can do with them. They're useless now. They're also getting fired. Anyway,
The Lovely went back to the same fucking warden that he had a business deal with?
oh no, that got scratched because I didn't want to deal with that. I thought you meant Pedro still. Sorry. I'm like, oh, Pedro's fucking sobbing, bro.
I think we all have like walkie-talkies and shit. You know, so
Yeah,
we would
okay.
communicate. My own warden is stuck. What's wrong with him?
You hire them, man. He's like,
I
Yeah.
did him!
you're the warden.
It's actually the little orientation week for prisoner, and Alcatraz was the week they were using it for. You know, it was actually that time of the year for its 75th birthday or whatever. It was orientation week for all the new recruits, and you've just lost 2 new recruits, and now they are on a life of crime, making biscuits and
Okay.
making holographic business cards. All right, what's your? Did you want that as your whole action, Mango, or what are you doing?
I only got only one action.
Well, the action kind of involved a character that we just completely scrapped. So, Mango,
That's fair, okay,
what's your
go
turn?
ahead. I'll allow it.
I put on my very cool epic glow in the dark glasses, hoping I can find Lovey that way. Roll. On God, I get more than 10. Please. Okay.
Your glow in the
I'm
dark
getting ready.
sunglasses were also from the AliExpress 99-cent deal. And the actual glow in the dark paint rubs off on the rim, completely making a raccoon eye on your face, really accentuating the boldness of you, and is now all on your fingertips. As you try to rub it away, you rub it on your pants, but instead start to accentuate your ankle-length penis even more. You are now embarrassed.
You know what? Maybe that's why no one here works properly, because they have a fucking cloud of water. It's crying.
Oh god.
All right, Lovey.
Okay.
I don't remember what you did
So-
last time.
I get
Oh,
up
you
off
got-
the floor. I hold my head. It was like, oh, phew, right? And I look around. And I'm like, there's a vent. I hope, I pray that I could get up there if I just, hop a little bit.
Yeah.
My arm's a little jammed, so I'm gonna need to use the pure strength of my left arm to get up there.
Okay.
That's my turn. Roll.
You're just getting up. Oh, you fail.
Fuck.
Oh, you.
You actually skipped a few too many gym classes in your high school years, and you just fall. You just fucking fall.
I am the most unfit criminal.
That's why you're the criminal, because you suck at getting out. Man, they were already out at this point. Like, they were on the chase in the fucking episode. You guys suck. Mango hasn't had to do anything. Mango's just had to fucking, like, cry themselves.
I've been fucking myself
make
up,
it
bro.
really
You haven't been nothing.
Lobby's done nothing. Okay, anyway. That's why you're
Hear
both
my
in the
metal
same prison.
arm thud.
Yep. Alright.
Okay.
Oh, you used your robot. I'm sorry, I didn't listen to that entire tone. I'm not gonna lie. Alright, Mango, you go. You hear the robot arm,
Okay.
I guess.
Yeah, the loud fucking thud of Lovey falling over gave away his unfortunate position that he's not really hiding that well. I run towards the son of Lovey, and I see him on the floor for the third time, curled over.
Okay.
You know what? Can I ask him if it's okay?
You can ask him if he's okay. I won't roll for that. You can just ask.
Okay. I give him my glow in the dark glasses.
The glasses are now rubbed
I
off
reach
on
up
Larby.
and take 'em.
It is. You're now sharing
Oh,
a
sorry.
neon green together. And you're both now looking like raccoons. Larby's
Hey,
actually sinks into the skin and dries and becomes a faded neon green because of the dry skin. And it's actually clumping around the eyes as well.
Oh.
All right, Larby, you go.
hey.
Okay. So I'm standing there with my eyes slowly losing vision because there's just a little crust on there, you know. And I decide I'm gonna turn myself in. I get my dissolving handcuffs and I slap them on myself, right? Hoping and praying they don't have a color to them.
Okay. So you just handcuff.
I'm handcuffing myself.
All right, you handcuff yourself. Mango
Wow.
is impressed that you're actually just turning yourself
Yeah.
in, and it's just
That's
like,
crazy.
you can just walk to your cell. I'll let you be. Mango walks to the
What?
warden office, tripping on his penis again.
Why am I still tripping on my penis?
Because it's a nat 20. Lovey's got a little advantage here. So, your display of shoving the handcuffs on, Mango's just like, oh, okay. Walks away, trips a little bit on the penis. A little bit of neon green fades onto the wall as Mango tries to help themselves up. And you're basically just left alone.
All right.
Your handcuffs will take a turn to dissolve. Also.
Okay.
All right, Mango.
You want to try the fence again? I walk back unsuspectingly. Lovey did a really good job. I didn't think that he would do that. That's crazy. I go back to my fucking room, I guess. I don't know.
Your office.
I try to clean myself in the fucking toilet.
Oh.
Please. Off with that fucking neon lights.
Mango, I'll give you something. But then you remember, why would Lobby do that?
Oh. Oh.
So after cleaning yourself up, you actually start to think, huh, Lobby's never tried to tow themselves in again.
Lovey's not the fucking problem. Why did I just let him walk there, bro? I am the problem, man. I was like, what's wrong with me? I'm just like the brothers.
Did you want to do like an action or anything, or you just gonna end it there? That you're just having a midlife crisis.
I'm just having a midlife crisis because
Okay.
Lovey needs to do something first. He's
Your
just standing
midlife
there.
crisis is quickly resolved, and you proceed to walk down back to Lobby, thinking, "No, I'm going to beat Lobby, and I will finally get that promotion." And Kara will never look down at me again, and my dad will maybe come back with the milk again. All right, Lobby.
Okay. I see Mango, he's left, and I'm like, okay, this is great. I'm still handcuffed. I'm like, shit, these didn't come off fast enough. Well, and I start running. I'm like, I'm gonna just run to the door and try and bust it open, pulling my whole metal arm first as I go.
Okay. You're just booking it. Oh, okay.
I'm booking it and trying to ram through the doors.
Oh, you're ramming through doors. Okay.
Oh my
You
Oh,
fail
well.
after the first door. You're back on the floor.
Picking up floor. Okay, perfect.
Mango
my
actually
handcuffs
catches
come
up by. Yeah, you actually ran so far hard into the door that came off. They dissolved. They were meant to last a bit longer, but you kind of just broke them. They didn't even dissolve yet. They're just they're just broken. All right. Well, I guess you're knocked out.
I think better
Just
about my
see Lovey on the floor for the fourth time. I call the guy, put him back into his fucking cell.
All right.
Can I make it so that bro has like double security. 2 wardens this time. Hopefully we're not
If you
gonna
get a
be
20, you
sorry.
can get a full security.
Okay.
Oh my God.
19.
You actually are now securing Blobby.
Oh yes! Oh
No!
no!
You're actually now securing him after your attempts of
It's
getting
the
double
doctor.
security just kinda they didn't like that.
Can I
Alright.
see the doctor for my concussions?
You're fine, Lobby. Walk it off.
No.
Lobby, you're gonna
Alright.
start with your original items, because so you're gonna have your pocket-sized fog machine, your fake ID badge that you haven't used once yet, and your grappling
I
hook.
did use it.
Did you?
Yeah, and the first time I like put it on me, so I like have a badge to
You
be
didn't
like,
say
yeah,
that.
this is me.
You
I
just
did!
You
I
just
put it
switch
on.
clothing. Okay, well, I didn't know that. You switch
Oh,
clothing
man.
in my head. Alright, I was like, why is Lobby not using this fucking badge? Alright,
Use it one day.
Mango's looking at yourself. Mango needs to take a piss.
Okay.
What's your turn?
Alright. So I stand there, I'm alone, and I'm like, okay, perfect plan. I'm gonna push the toilet back and see if there's a hole that I was been cutting out for years and years. Slowly but surely fingering it away with my metal arm. And I look at it and I'm like, it's gotta be big enough by now, because I'm so concussed I can't remember how big it is yet.
Alright.
Lord, please love me.
There is a hole behind the toilet. It is big enough for you to squeeze in, however, your robotic arm does get a little fucked up on the way.
Oh shit.
And due to the AliExpress 99-cent deal, it just takes minor damage, minor chipping. One button is now unusable on it. So,
Okay.
but you don't know
fine.
what button that was. Alright, Mango, you're back from your piss break.
Back from my piss break. I'm like, is Lobby still here? I look over. Lobby's not here. Did he close the fucking? Did he close the hole? Did he hide the toilet way, or did he just open it?
Please.
No.
Oh shit.
No, he didn't.
What did
He
the
didn't hide
16 count for the hole?
You just asked if the hole was like big enough. So I was like, yeah, it's big enough. Your arm just got scratched.
Alright.
Okay,
Did
you
you
know what?
just
This
steal
was
the
something.
start of the perfect crime episode? You fucking idiot. I'm like, there's no way it took 2 attempts for you to just be like, I'm gonna do what Wayne did.
I'm on my last life here, right?
I know.
Yeah, I'm on my last life.
You're meant to escape
I'm
by
waiting it.
now. Alright.
Just so something happens, I'm gonna crawl into without triggering the alarms, without like telling them to like trigger the alarm.
Yeah,
I'm just
yeah,
gonna let the water finish up. Yeah, I
yeah.
will go into the hole myself to find a lobby.
So you're just gonna do like a goose hunt with
Yeah,
Lobby, little.
yeah. Because
Your
lobby's still
Sean gets caught
scratched
on the
up.
way and starts getting scratched up the entire way.
My penis. Oh, curse it.
You trip on it again and fall on your face. -1 to
Oh,
all
Lord.
roll. Alright.
-3 now. What?
No, it's restarted
So-
every single time because Lobby keeps getting caught. You're only -1. The second it's a new life, you don't have to worry.
Okay.
Alright, Lobby. You don't know Mango's
So-
coming behind you. And you're just making
Alright.
for
I'm like slithering my way through in the walls, right? Slither. And at one point, I decide to try and like I knock on the walls to see if there's a room I can bust through, maybe, or just to see if it's thin enough to bust through. I have like 2 concussions. I've learned my lesson.
Okay, so you're just checking if the wall is thin enough to bust through.
Yeah, I'm like knocking around trying to find one.
Apparently, you don't understand what checking is, and you actually bash your head into the wall.
Oh come on!
Okay, bro gets a concussion anyway.
Well, oh no. Well, I guess. Oh, hold on. You bash your arm into the wall because you didn't get in that one, so it won't be that mean. You bash your arm into the wall, and you break into the tea room of the guards, and Lord and behold, Pedro and John are packing up their stuff and taking one final tea break. As you bust into the wall, they look over and they're like, "Do you want help, man?" Because just know they've both been fired, and you were the only kind soul to them during this entire job. So John and Pedro are now wanting to assist you. They're also quite sad with how fucking dumb you are. All right, Mango.
I swear to fuck, motherfucker. Can I? Oh wait, no, he's already gone. God dang it. I was gonna roll to see if I can spot him with his glow-in-the-dark neon ass covered all over his fucking booty cheek. Does he
You're all
leave a
washed up.
trail?
No,
Can
you're
I
all washed
roll
up.
for that? No.
Why would I leave a trail?
You're all washed up. It's a new
Not
round.
me.
Say it's a new
Lucky.
round.
Everything's reset. Okay.
Yeah. Just say you heard the commotion.
I heard the commotion.
You heard the breaking of a fucking stone wall.
Oh. I look over. The three people that I hate is in that room. Oh man. I just whip out my acoustic glass breaker and start beating Lobby.
Oh, you start beating Lava? You're not going to use it?
I'm just gonna start beating him. But use it for
Use it to
what? I'm
beat
gonna
me?
use it. Okay, I'm gonna kill myself. Fuck that.
As you try to walk over to Lobby, you trip on your penis, your ankle length penis, and actually trigger the acoustic glass breaker. As it activates on, you actually shoot off your entire ankle length penis and one of your big toes. You are now in disgusting, distraught pain as there is just nothing left of your massive schlong.
No,
As
how did I lose my penis? My penis.
I think it'd be funny if you lost. As
No.
Lavi, John, and Pedro all look at the horror of watching a man lose his ankle length penis, they all sit there and they're like, oh. Lavi takes -1 for all turns now out of pure horror. They all silently walk out the room and leave you there with your particles of penis.
No. My
Okay.
penis.
As I kind of step over Bago very carefully, not to hurt him any further, as he's been stripped of everything at this point. Look at him, no more shmeanist. I look at the other two and I'm like, hey guys, I actually am a guard here, and I whip out my fake badge and I show it to them. I'm like, I got swapped around with the actual criminal here, and I want to go on the boat to see my family. My great grandma, actually, who died, and we were supposed to bake biscuits, but I got jailed, so I couldn't go, and I miss her so much.
Bro, you're in a fucking sob story.
John
It's
and
crazy.
Pedro, already knowing that you were the criminal and
No.
were like already willing to help you, they just stare at you in your fake ID badge and they sob up, remembering the biscuit and the holographic business card from a later life. And they say, sure, bud, we're gonna just walk out this door here. So you are now outside the prison.
Oh, fuck yeah.
Oh.
But you're still on
Just
an
like
island.
that?
You're still on an island. All right, Mango, what happens with your long?
What happens?
What happens?
It's gone. What do you mean? What happens? Gone. Is
What do
it
you-
like detached on the side?
No, it's just fully vaporized. The
Oh.
acoustics
Okay.
of the glass breaker the acoustic.
Just
Your
deleted my
schlong
fucking
actually just
shit.
exploded into particles from the acoustics and actually just vibrated into mist. You actually Thanos snapped your big toe in your schlong.
Oh.
Why the big toe?
A little bit of the crossfire.
Yeah, they're caught in a crossfire.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Well, go on.
I run up to Lovey, but without my big penis, I'm very disoriented because I'm not used to the sudden, weight loss of my huge junk
And your lack of big toe. Yes, yes.
and my lack
And
of
the
big
pain
toe.
would just be it.
So you just run out and
Yes, I try my best. Yeah, I'm just going off the lobby.
you
Okay.
continuously trip because of your weight distribution now. But you make it outside to lobby as well, as you see them just casually strolling down the path towards the boat. And they actually hear you trip behind them. And they just
Oh my
stare
god.
at you and
No,
pitiful.
don't look at me. No.
And they just remember what happened to your schlong. And they now have a -2 to lobby.
God damn it.
After
Why do I care about him?
reminiscing, because you just watched a man's penis just evaporate into the mist. That's pretty
That's fair.
traumatizing, bro. So you have a
I guess,
-2 to rolls.
Okay. I look over and I am once again horrified by the sight of Mango with his missing schlong that I can easily repair with my friend with the schlongo schlurgery operation. So
Lobby takes another negative.
no.
-3. I'm not dealing with schlongish slurpily.
And I stare at him for a minute, but then I remember this man fucking imprisoned me, so I decide I'm gonna use my grappling hook and grapple to the ground ahead so I get a head start, kind of launch myself closer to the dock.
Okay. You grapple down a 40-foot drop and successfully make it to one half the way to the dock. Leaving
Alright.
Pedro and John behind, now in another emotional distraught of seeing the remnants of Mango's lack of shmina, actually bleeding on the ground profusely, probably on the edge of his life. And then they remember their late grandmother also had a lack of big toe, and then they just start crying again.
Oh my god.
You will not be
fucking
seeing
stupid,
John and
bro.
Pedro again.
Uh,
That is the last of them. All right, Mango, what's your? You're just hobbling over.
Where's Lovey? Just hanging down?
Okay, so lobby, there's like two. Let me get a photo of Alcatraz. And okay, hold on. Put it in the stream channel. Lobby, are you also listening to fucking Pink Panther?
I need to get in the mood.
Okay. So you see in the stream room, you see how it's like where Alcatraz is, the top building. So at the top of like that, you see how it drops down. Lobby grappling hooked down.
We don't really see it. It looks away.
Oh, you can't see that?
You're not streaming that.
Do you not have that permission? I'm gonna DM it to you.
No, we don't have that permission. It's literally just like
There you
you're
go.
not showing it.
It's in Discord. I just shared it to
Oh.
Discord.
Besides
Oh,
me.
all right. I sent it to both of you. I forgot I'm sharing my screen. Anyway, enjoy Alcatraz.
Oh, Mango's gone.
Mango's good.
I see it, yeah.
Yeah, okay, so you see how it like there's like two sections, sort of like there's the
Yeah.
bit. Yeah, okay, so Lobby just goes down to the middle section. And you see how the boat
Okay.
wharf is off to the right. That's Lobby's destination. Alright. Okay. Whose turn was it? Mango? It's Mango.
Mango's.
Okay.
It
Go
was
Mango.
mine.
We're finally out of the fucking prison at least.
Took it long enough.
Fuck it all.
How the fuck am I gonna get down?
I don't know. It's a path. Yeah, there's literally just a
I
path
just
wrapping
walked
around.
down. Yeah, I was just there. I was like, can I not just walk down? I'm just gonna like run down there to
You
catch
just
up
walk
to
down
Luffy.
normally. You also Labi's made it to the boat raft at this point, so you've also made it there. You're just like a little bit behind.
Okay.
Okay. So you're both Mango's like 2 meters, 5 to 2 meters away from Labi, as Labi's like stepping just onto like the industrial part of the boat raft and sees a dingy little boat. Alright, Labi, your go.
Okay. I look at that sad little boat, right? I can't really examine it too well, but I'm like, it'll work. And I hop in it. I look before I hop in it, I look around to see if there's anything I can row with and hoping that it doesn't just dissolve on me the moment it touches water. So I'm looking around quickly for like a stick or a paddle or anything.
Mm-hmm. Do you want me
Doesn't
to
really matter
roll
'cause
if you
I look.
find Yeah,
Yeah.
you look. You find a stick. However,
Thick as this stick.
this stick is actually the late grandmother's stick. And you hear a scream of Pedro and John just staring above as they witness what you're about to do. This stick is very small and very petite. But you decide, fuck it, I'm gonna row with this. Oh, wait, you have a -2. Yeah, that makes sense. Yep, it's a petite, small stick. You row with that. I don't know how much that works, but you start rowing. Mango's
Okay.
just shortly behind you.
I'm gonna use the EMP watch to stop Luffy's robotic arm from working.
Oh shit! I forgot that was the thing I had.
It works.
There you go.
Alabi's actually just breaks down, and after escaping through the toilet, behind the toilet, you remember how I said that one button?
No.
Yeah, that one button was actually the safety mount module. The arm actually just completely fucking deattaches.
Oh, so I
Lobby's
have
one
a
arm.
full arm and a nub. God.
That arm was holding the stick. Lobby, one arm in a boat, 1 centimeter away from the wharf after the progress with the stick. Pedro and John are now just screaming in more agony as they witness the stick just be thrown into the water. Alright. So, there you go. Your wristwatch is now consumed. Lobby has one arm. They're screaming in the distance of wails, of cries, of sadness. Okay, Lobby, what do you do?
Okay. I see my arm fall off, and I'm just kind of like, it's still there. Trust. I don't gotta look at it. So I just jump off the boat, and with my dryness, I just am so dry, I become hydrophobic, and I kind of float on the water. I'm hoping to float.
How fucking dare you? No, you don't.
You actually sink. You're hydrophobic, but you're not Jesus hydrophobic. So you start sinking to the bottom, and
Mango save me.
you only have 2 turns worth of breath. Alright. Mango, you watch as Labi just sinks to the bottom.
Okay.
Save me.
As Labi
I
now
wait.
You wait? Okay.
Yes.
You wait. You wait.
But I'm gonna wait for him to drown out.
Alright, Labi, you're good.
Okay.
Just say you still have a
As
fog
I'm
machine and
slowly-
an ID.
As I'm slowly drowned, I use my ID. Remember with the 2 guys?
No. You have a fog machine.
Okay, so I'm slowly sinking, am using my one arm to like try and get me to the surface, kind of frog kicking my way out. And as I go up, I'm looking around to see if the boat has drifted anywhere near me so I can just grab it and use it as a little floaty.
Mm-hmm.
Hoping and praying it comes close to me, and then I start kicking my way over if I can grab it.
Is that the?
Yeah, it's my turn.
Let's say you've overcome the trauma of watching Mango's schmeenus. The boat is within reach. However, it will take one full turn to make it to the boat. Your next turn will be life or death. Mango, what do you do? You're seeing Labi struggle. One arm, little bit of bruising on the forehead, concussed beyond belief in one day. Trying to make it to this little boat as you just watch from above waiting. What else do you do for your turn?
I'll wait.
Oh, you'll wait? You'll wait? Okay.
Yup.
You fall in the water.
What? Okay.
You wait, however, remembering you've lost your schmeenus and the weight imbalance actually fucks you up. And you also fall in the water. And break even with the tide from your boldness. Anyway, alright, Labi, you're kicking over.
Okay, so I'm kicking over, and in the water, I see my robotic arm, like, still slowly floating, right? Has a stick, like, stuck on it, because I was gripping it. And I try and grab it to use it as, like, more reach to pull the boat over to me. And when it's in reach, I grab it and start frog kicking my way to freedom. Please, please, God.
Labi he uses his arm, his robotic arm that has malfunctioned and is so hydrophobic, it's actually just hanging on for a life. And makes it on top of the boat and says, fuck it, and starts using the arm as a paddle. However, realizes the dingy boat had an engine, successfully is able to start the engine, and looks at Mango in the water, schlongless, big toeless, tripped over, swimming, and kind of just slowly floats away. Labi just stares. Mango, I'll give you one opportunity to do whatever you can to see if you can fuck up Labi. You still have an acoustic. No, you don't. You have a glowing.
No,
you have glowing. You have sunglasses. You drag Labi down. You have sunglasses.
Yeah.
Is he on the boat with me?
No, he's in the water.
I swam over.
You swim
I'm in the
over,
water.
and you drag him. You drag Labi down.
Yes. And I shove the sunglasses down his throat.
You actually. You drag Labi halfway to the edge of the boat, and try shoving the sunglasses down his throat, but actually poke out your eye in the process. And then proceed, not like poke out, you just, you like when you get glasses and you like try to put them in your ears and then you just poke your eye slightly. You just poke your eye slightly and you're taken back from this, and Labi is able to break free and just goes home.
I can see my grandma's grave.
Alright,
there you go.
That was prison break. It only took 3 lives for Labi to fucking get anywhere outside the prison. Jesus Christ.
I still made it.
Yeah, I get it. Oh, after a bunch of like, okay, Labi, you can do this. After a little bit of leeway, you finally made it out the prison.
It's not my fault. My rules were bad.
Okay, well, that was it. We made RP roleplay. That was all we wanted. There we go. All right.
Pretty good.
That was pretty good, guys. First GM time. Ho ho ho. Ho ho ho. Is there? God, what was one of the other things?
Can do a bank robbery.
Did you want to try the bank robbery?
Sure.
Okay. Would you,
Quick little bank robbery.
Lobby? Did you want to narrate this time?
Oh, I can try.
Did you want me to? Did you just want to take it down and I'll just keep all this stuff for stream purposes?
Yeah.
Okay. Because you won, you
Gross.
can be the little GM now. All right.
All right.
Are we doing the one in the even perfecter crime?
I didn't get there yet. I
Oh,
saw
okay. Okay. Well, in that one, it's me and. Do you want me to set it up and then we'll just do all the things?
I was just gonna say one of you is trying to steal a diamond and get out.
Oh, I've got to be even better. Don't worry, don't worry. Because
Ooh, okay,
we're
that's
just
better,
stealing
that's
all of it. All right. So it's the diamond of like the biggest diamond in the world. You know,
Mhm.
it's the size of a grapefruit. Me and Mango are the world's most renowned criminals, thieves even, and we've decided tonight's the night we're gonna take this diamond, and this will just
Mhm.
be like the most, like the start and the end of our careers. Like we will not have to do anything after this. However, it is in the most secure, you know, part of the museum. There is it's actually with pressure sensitive glass surrounding it that will trigger an alarm. It is like surrounded by a pit of a 60-foot drop. Nothing can reach there. It is heavily like guarded. CIA level guards, like they shift every time they have to do a new like route, but they're so like, you know, professional FBI type shit agents that it's like basically no one can get in. And
Right,
it's just
alright.
me and Mango trying to get in. That's it.
Little fella.
Labi, you're like the head warden if you want, or you can just narrate. In the episode, Bob and like Mark was meant to be like on the cams and doing turns, but failed to do that. So if you want, you can either just narrate or try and like help the CIA agents of like stopping. But it's me and Mango going against each other.
I'll narrate.
Okay.
I'll see if I can slip my way in, but I don't know.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
All right, Mango. Do you want your items first? Did you want to start?
Sure.
Okay. Your first item is.
Oh, I was gonna fucking. What the hell?
Stop playing harmonica.
Okay.
I'll give you time to write that down.
Yeah.
All right, Lobby, you have to
There
write
you
this
go.
all down too now.
Oh yeah, don't worry, I got it. Okay, self-playing
Okay.
harmonica. I spelled harmonica wrong, but it's fine.
Okay.
Uh,
My item will be.
Wow. Oh.
Oh, nice.
Oh, wow. There you go.
That's pretty good.
Nice.
Night vision goggles.
Glauglers. All right, your item will be.
Anyway, okay. Okay, man. Okay, man. What is this gonna help me with?
I don't know, bro.
Mm,
Hamster size.
Also, there's
stay.
there's like no lives on this as well. Like, you can, if you like die or get caught, you like have a little wristwatch and shit to like come back, you know,
Damn.
and shit. Like, so until like the final, whenever Lobby decides, we can redo an option. But if we do like a pathway and we fail at it, that gets locked off, you know.
I see.
Okay, my one will be. What is that?
Wow.
Inflated balloon animal. Is it just in your pocket? You just have the balloon
Yeah.
animal in your pocket.
It's my little balloon animal.
All right.
Okay. Mango, your last item will be.
Please.
Okay.
Why do you have two skateboards?
I did automatic.
You got a hamster one and then an anti-gravity one, bro.
Man, I'm a skater.
You're a skater. Also, with this, we're gonna have like you know, the normal fucking like criminal shit. So you'll have a piece of rope, by the way. I don't know what else they
Okay.
had, but we'll have rope. Okay. My item will be.
Oh, he's telling about Pope.
Pope?
You poop.
Mango, you
Ah,
have an
wow.
extra Pope.
I've got like such a stupid fucking.
Are you a clown by chance?
Maybe. It's kind of funny.
Okay.
Alright. So. Now we'll do the disadvantages and advantages. So. I'll go first this time.
Oh,
Wow.
whistle triggered sneezing.
Yep. That's gonna be fun.
Okay. Written down.
Hold on, I'm writing. Alright. Mango, your one will be.
Please give him the penis again. I swear to God.
Is he bald again?
Oh,
What? Well, now I'm hairy as balls.
Yeah. Your hairy as balls. Okay. Do you want one or two, Mango?
Last time we had two, and it didn't really play in much. So I guess one is fine.
What do you mean didn't play that anything in much? Your uncle like
Me?
Phoenix.
I used my dryness and my arms so many times.
Yeah,
It
yeah,
was-
it did.
Yeah.
Okay, but we'll do one. We'll do one. Okay,
Yeah. I'll get my own D20 for you guys.
okay. You don't like my D20? Can you share your screen with the
I-
D20?
Yeah. Yeah.
Thanks, man.
Come here.
I can't help. I fucking suck. I can't figure out how to. Okay, can I change?
Ready.
Wait, it won't give me Discord, bro. What the fuck?
Jesus, my bad, bro.
Crazy. Okay, I got it.
Okay. Do you guys want to roll on who goes first before? Like, who does their action first, or do you just want to, like,
Wait.
eliminate?
Are we both
We're both
like
we're
both
both
are
stealing. We're both stealing.
Okay. Not
Yeah, I'm just
together.
narrating.
No,
Yeah, no.
we're
Again.
actually
Okay.
we don't know that we're stealing at the same time.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
All right. So it's a nice, quiet night at what are we? A bank? We're at the bank.
A museum bank thingy.
At the museum. My bad. The guards, they're doing their rounds, the usual, the usual. You and Mango are both outside, and one of you is trying to, we're trying to figure out who goes first, right? Looking around, trying to see which entrance you can go. I'm gonna roll for wild
Okay.
first.
So
Okay, you
like,
got an 18.
all right.
Like whoever gets the highest will go first.
Okay. Okay.
And then Mango. Wild. What is your
okay. So Getty, what are we doing? Bank or museum? Museum?
museum? We're doing museum.
Museum.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Okay.
You're like
So,
outside in the bushes or something.
I walk in towards the front, and
Mhm.
I decide I'm gonna just walk in through the front door.
Okay.
I'm gonna just walk in through the front door.
Okay, I'm gonna say like same thing, like 10 below kind of doesn't work.
Yeah,
Maybe
yeah.
gets close, and then 11 up. Okay, so you walk up. The guard, you're conveniently the guards are like switching place, so you have a very slim time. The door is locked, but if you try hard enough, you might be able to like wiggle it open or something. But the guards don't see you. The lights are off. It's just the door lock that's really stopping you from enter the thing for your this turn.
Okay.
So far, you're fine. Nothing bad has happened to you yet. Okay,
Yippee.
Mango, what would you want to do?
Mango, I would like to do the classic criminal way, which is climb up the museum to try and go up.
Okay. Okay. You get a
Oh,
rock and you tie the rope to the rock and you throw it over the walls and it hooks. So you start climbing up nice and smooth. You are a little shaky, but not enough to like make you fall, but you're climbing up nice and smooth and you get over the wall. Nothing has spotted you, no lights, no cameras. You're in a very good zone to see stuff, right? Okay. Wild.
I noticed the guards have shifted, and I just walk to the door, find out, oh shit, door's a little locked. Can't believe that. So I decide, fuck it, I'm gonna use my inflated balloon animal, and I'm just gonna go up to Mango as well. Not knowing Mango's there, but I'm gonna just go up top. Just go up top.
Okay. Jesus Christ. Okay.
let's go.
You whip the balloon out, somehow fully inflated, full of helium, and it just starts, you hold on to it, and it starts floating you up. The guards are playing poker, so they don't see you as you float up, and then you see Mango, and you drop down next to him, and you're all like, whoa, how are you here? And you're also in the same advantage as Mango, where you can see like the cameras where they're placed where the guards are, and you're nice high place and blind spot.
Sweet. Hey, Mango.
You unfortunately you lose
Hi.
your inflated balloon animal.
Oh.
It just keeps going because you let it go, so that's fine. You don't got that no more.
No more inflated balloon animal.
Yeah, it's just slowly floating up. The guards see it and they're like, "Whoa, it's a shooting star!" No,
It's a
dumbass, it's a fucking
shooting
balloon.
star.
If you look over,
Shooting
you might
star.
see the familiar faces of the brothers from
The
Oh
John
my
and
God.
Pedro.
No.
John and Pedro. Oh my
They got new
god.
jobs
Oh my god.
as
They got
security
you.
guards for the museum, and they're like, "Oh, didn't Grandpa
Crazy.
used to like blow up those same animals?" And they're like, "Yeah, good times." And go back to poker, unnoticing you guys, not noticing you
Oh my
guys.
god. John and Pedro.
Yep.
Okay. Okay. John and Pedro.
Mango's turn.
Okay, I look over, seeing Wild dressed exactly the same way as I am, and immediately knew that Bro's also here to rob shit. I ignore Wild for now, and I'm just gonna mark down the locations of the cameras and shit on my trusty dandy notebook that I brought with me.
Okay.
What are you
As
rolling
you
about?
pull out your notebook, your hands are a little sweaty, so you like stumble. You're doing a whole like back and forth between your hands, and then it falls directly on the like face of it with a big slap sound. John and Pedro, they kind of look up and they look over the wall and they're like, "What the fuck was that?" And they're like, they pull out their flashlights and they start slowly walking toward you two. Wild is more hidden than you, so if they walk past, Wild might not be seen, but you will be seen
How
if
is
you don't do something the next round.
how is Wild more hidden than me? I'm
Because I'm
literally
not near
hair.
you.
You like around the same area, but not next to each other. You guys are not touching anywhere.
I'm a ball of hair.
I'm behind an air conditioner. Fuck you, man.
Yeah, so the next turn will show if you got caught or not. So remember that. Wild, your turn.
Okay. I look at Mango. Suddenly, in another life, I remember that this fucker was clumsy as hell, but for other reasons. Can't remember why. Don't know why. But I have a vivid memory of watching Mango tumble and fall as I watched the notebook just slap on the ground and realize that these two guards that I've totally not met in another life at all are suddenly walking towards. So I decide, um, noting where the cameras are, sort of, not really. Anyway, I actually break into the air conditioning unit because it's like one of those like air chutes, you know.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, okay, got it.
And I break into that and shimmy my way down.
All right, you're shimmying.
Oh,
Oh, okay. So you open up the vent. It's a little bit tight, but not enough that it causes
wait,
you any
can I do
difficulty.
one more thing?
Sure,
Can
go for
I
it.
before I go in, I knock it open, I peer my head over, I see Mango in distress, and I just immediately go like, "Fuck you."
So you
Yeah,
knock
you would
it
wait
open.
for the role to say that. How dare you?
Okay, so you look back at Mango. You successfully flip him off. The guards don't see you, but they're still walking closer, very close to Mango, and you like slip through. You do bang a little bit with your foot, so they like peer their light up and they don't see you because you've slipped through successfully.
Yep.
And you're completely fine. You fall to the floor and you kind of lay there, little dizzy, but you're good.
So what room am I in?
Mango, you're like okay. So the room, it's like specifically like you know how they have different sections. This is like the
Would I be
dinosaur room,
the dino room? Right. Okay.
the dino room.
I'm in the dino
So you're in
room.
the dino room. And you fall behind one of the statues that they have of velociraptors, right?
Okay.
You fall behind that.
Okay.
Okay, Mango.
I lay flat down on the floor. Hopefully, that my hairy body would be enough of a camouflage.
Okay, you better hope.
I get one.
So
That's
you lay on
Oh,
the
crazy.
thank
floor,
you.
and you're kind of like in the middle. So they walk on over, and they're like, they shine their light, and they're like, I didn't remember a rug. This is cool. And then they just kind of walk over the rug. They step on your hand and your foot a little bit, so you're like a little ouched. But they walk away. They do their rounds, and they're in a different post. And the new guards are also playing poker where they were, but you're completely unspotted with just a little. Your fingers like thumping because the pain, but you're fine. No disadvantage or anything. You're chilling.
Forgot
Easy.
used as a cop. Crazy. Okay. So drop down.
Okay, perfect.
Realize, shit, it's kind of dark in here. Use my night vision goggles and immediately be met with Velociraptor ass and think, shit, I remember where I am because I used to go to this museum many times before.
Okay. Let's see. So you
Ugh.
go and get your goggles out and you turn them on. The only thing is you got them from this guy at the side of the road. He was selling 3 items. It was your night vision, your balloon animal, and your chocolate scented eraser. So you put them on. They don't show shit. You see a little bit,
Can
but
it,
not enough to make out like the whole room. You only see the Velociraptor booty in front of you,
Lovey, can it
and you
be
kind of
like
like
that stupid night vision where you have to be like right next to it to
yeah,
see?
that's exactly what it is.
Okay, cool.
It
So they
work.
work, but I have to be basically up their ass.
Yeah,
Okay.
so you see the Velociraptor clear as day. It's like the light is on right up its anus, and you're like, oh, and you stumble back, kick it a little bit, and make the little clitter clatter sound.
Okay, okay.
Mango. You haven't used any of your items, by the way, so consider.
Consider.
What am I gonna use my fucking skateboard for, bro?
I don't know. Isn't one of them an anti-gravity one? Doesn't that
You have
mean
a
you can
self-playing
fucking go
harmonica,
wee?
hamster-sized skateboard, anti-gravity skateboard prototype.
I know what I just have no reason to use them. Nah.
Alright.
Anything's your oyster.
Wait, is the guard still with me?
No, they walked
No, they're like
away.
at a different post. One of them, there's the new ones where the other two were, and they're playing poker, but they don't see you. The other guys, they're just kind of like yapping because they kind of suck at their job, but we don't tell them that.
Oh, okay. then I would like to go into the vent, a different vent from Wild, just so that I'm in a different area.
Okay.
Like, you can shoot.
Oh no.
Okay. You try to go to the vent Wild went to, but you see somehow it's just caved in. It's not usable. So you have to walk over to the other one. One of the guards slightly hears something, but they think it's like a roach or something. So you slither down the vent enough, but there's like a little suspicion. So you might want to be careful for your next roll because I am gonna put -1 on your thing. But besides that, you slither down on the floor, you're fine. You do thump, but you're in a different part of the dinosaur museum as Wild.
Oh my god.
Where am I?
Dino Museum.
Instead of seeing a velociraptor, you're gonna just see like that big old T-Rex bone thing, right? That's what you're
I need
seeing.
like a
That's what
map.
you fall
Okay.
near.
Okay.
Okay. I think Wild's next. Wild.
Yay. Okay. As I've been to this museum many times before as a kid, I know the entire layout. And I walk out the door and I know damn well if I take a left here, I'm gonna go into the main hallway.
Okay. Okay. The layout is the same as you remember. If anything, there's just like new furniture, and you kind of walk through. You do hear the faint footsteps of a guard coming over as it's his like time to check this area of the main hall. There are a few doors you can probably dive into if you hurry fast enough. Um, there's no guarantee that they're locked or unlocked, so just remember that. And he's slowly coming. Mango,
Oh.
what do you want to do?
I am lost. I've never been in this museum. I just got like some info from my trusty dandy, suspiciously lizard-shaped friend that like, yo, there's a big diamond in this museum. I wander around quietly, peering through corners and shit, and I found a door. And
Okay.
I walk into the door.
Okay. So you go to
Ah,
the
fuck.
door, right? And you go and turn the handle, but that it just kind of like doesn't move at all. It's like locked. That shit is locked. So you can't really do much, but the guard, one of the other guards, not the one with Wild, hears the faint jiggling and they're like what's that? And they start kind of running over to the dinosaur exhibit trying to see if they can find you. So gotta lock it, I guess, for your next turn. They haven't
Yeah.
seen you yet, but they're like breathing down your neck at this point, so be careful with your next. Okay, Wild.
So I'm just in like the main lobby, just chilling with my.
Yeah.
Okay. So I have some map knowledge considering the last term worked. So I go straight forward through the big door that says diamond, and
Don't forget a
I.
guard is coming, so you have to be careful now. It's
Oh,
like about to turn the hallway.
I was about
where
to
you are.
turn the hallway. Right. Okay.
Yeah.
So I walk in broad daylight. And I just book it to the door across, saying big diamond.
This better be a nat 20 for your sake.
I mean, that's still pretty
Oh!
close. I have leeway on
So
that.
you start running, and the guard conveniently like goes to rub his eye, so he doesn't see you, but he does hear the big old footsteps of your big combat boots that I just decided you're now wearing.
Okay.
So he hears your thumping, and he like takes his hands off his eyes. And it's like, where's that? And he hears you kind of running, but he doesn't know where you are yet. So you successfully make it to the diamond room. You just
Am I in the
almost get
diamond
blitzed.
room?
Yeah, you're there.
Okay.
There's
Okay.
just a door. Blocking
So
it.
I've just
Locked
fucked
up.
Mango, basically.
Yeah. Okay. Mango, your turn. There's a lock on this door,
Oh,
remember? There's so many locks.
okay. And I kick it.
You kick the door.
Yes, I should have
Alright.
kicked the door down.
You successfully kick down the door, except the guard hears the noise and he starts kind of running to the door. you do manage to close the door on him, but he knows someone's in there now. So he's just kind of pushing against the door. You're pushing against it, and you're kind of fighting him, and you're like looking around the room to see if there's anything.
Oh my god! I
You have
played
3
this
options.
fucking carpet thing. I lay down.
You have to wait till next turn.
Okay.
You do see a few things. I'll give you this.
Oh.
You see a vent that you can crawl up of. You just gotta have it up. You gotta run for it and jump into it, right? There's a box you can probably fit in if you just compact yourself enough. And then there's a nice desk with some space for your legs, a convenient carpet place, if anything.
Oh my god.
So that's all you have. So you have a vent, a box you can fit in, and then the nice empty desk space. Wild. What do you want to do with your locked door to the diamond? You can smell the victory of it. It's in the grasp
okay,
of
so I'm in the starting area of the diamond room, not in the
you just gotta
diamond.
unlock this door.
Okay, so I have to unlock it.
And then you gotta face the pit, but we don't get there yet.
I blindly walk towards where I assume the diamond room door is with my night vision, basically hugging the floor and walls as I see fuck all, getting slightly blinded because it's so bright. And
nice
I take my chocolate scented eraser, take a big old sniff, put it back in my pocket, and just say, "Open sesame" to the door.
So you smell the chocolate setting eraser. The only thing is the guy it had a little something extra in it. So you get slightly high feeling from it. So you're a little whoa man. The room's spinning. The door sadly doesn't open, but you do know now that it has a little screen. It has where three X's could be, and there's 1X now. Because you got it wrong. It is voice activated. I'll give you that much.
Is voice activate or
you have to say a password.
Oh yeah, right.
Okay. Back to Mango in the room fighting with the guard to open the door. You're very strong.
Carpet, go.
So you let go of the door and you kind of trip on your own long hair. Very familiar to something else. And you hit your head on the desk and you land right next to you land a little bit on the chair, you're kind of flopped over it, so it looks like there's a big old fur thing, and the guard sees it. He instantly knows this is not supposed to be here. Something is wrong. And he pokes at the carpet, which is you. And you giggle because he tickles. And he's like, okay. Picks you up, and you have to start back from the roof because you've been caught.
Fuck.
Well, you're still fine.
Okay.
You're just very high right now.
Oh, very. I thought you said little high.
Oh, okay. Well, you're medium high. My bad.
I thought you said I was a medium. Fuck. How high was the chocolate scented eraser?
Oh.
Okay, I had a big sniff. You know what? Fair enough. Yeah. I did say that. Okay. Well,
keep it though, so.
I put it back in my I had a little sniff. Okay, so I'm high, and the door said access denied. I have 3 tries. All right. I say okay. So I sit there high looking and think, God, this door sounds like Mango. It sounds exactly like Mango. It does not sound like Mango at all. I am just so high that I'm like, fuck. Mango's taunting me. And I just scream at the top of my lungs. I'm like, fuck you, Mango. At the door. It takes it as an exit.
Okay, for this one, you're gonna need a 15 or higher.
A 15?
Say that.
You can't say that. Oh.
Okay, you know what? You're right. I'm gonna be nice about it. So you scream at the door, and it doesn't recognize what you're saying. is trying to be a password, so you don't lose your attempt. But the guards do hear the scream of you going, "Fuck you, Mango." So they are not slowly. They're running up to the diamond door because they're like, we hear it. It's coming from over there. But the diamond, you still have your 2 tries on the door for the diamond.
So you need a 15 or higher for the.
No, I lied about
No,
that.
no. Like to like. Oh, okay. So I don't need a 15 or higher just to.
No.
Okay.
You're fine. It's still gonna be 10 below. No, 10, 11 up, whatever.
Let's say 15
So
or higher for like the voice recognition then. The voice.
Okay, you know what? Fine. Sounds good. Okay, Mango, you're back on the rooftop. The guards are still in their original places. 2 playing poker there. 2 still yapping. They're talking about biscuits? Don't know why. They're kind of crying. There's like a tear rolling down one of their faces.
You know what?
That's how the guard's looking.
I scream that there's someone trying to break in the gym room.
So the guards hear you scream, and they all are so stupid. They're all so far apart that they all stand up and they start running to the diamond room. There's like the 4 from the rooftop, the 3 that were like already wanting to while.
Hold on.
They just like they take both hallways, like the 3 hallways, to the diamond room, and they're kind of like closing it on her. The 4 on the roof, they are a little bit behind, but the 3 are like picking up their pace because they're like, we have confirmation someone's breaking in here. None of them know that it's an outside voice because they're so stupid and they care for the diamond too much. They're like, we don't care who said it. Someone's breaking in here. We don't want to lose our jobs like in the prison.
Good. Okay. So okay. So I'm high as fuck right now, yelling, profaning the door, being like, "Fuck you, Mango! You stupid! You always thought you were better than me." You know, having a high moment, being like,
since you're in a bad situation, the high has worn off enough that you're
"Oh."
competent.
I still yell at the door, yelling, "Fuck you, Mango!" Less high. No, wait, I'm not my turn. I'm still going. Fucking hell. Hold on. I'm just yelling at Mango. Yeah. I just wanted to yell. I'm saying my scene. All right. I'm yelling at Mango. The door. That's totally not Mango. I heard there's someone breaking in the diamond room because Mango and shit. And I'm like, I know that bitch. So I'm like, okay. And then I hear all like the profanity. I'm like, fuck, someone's in the diamond. We're breaking for the diamond. I'm like, shit. So I stand there and I I grab my chocolate scented eraser. And as they break into the room, I'm like, come all for the chocolate scented eraser of high. and I start making them sniff it and make all the guards sniff it.
Okay. So the guards, they come running in and they see you like at the door for the diamond after opening the other door, and they kind of stand there confused that you're having them like you're putting an eraser to their faces. Okay, hang on, I gotta do my math real quick. So there's 8 of them. Out of the 8, 4 of them smell it and they get high as fuck because they take a longer sniff than you did. So they're just kind of like, bro, you're kind of pretty looking, right? And the other 4 are kind of like looking at them as they are like, they're confused. They're just staring at their 4 other colleagues as they get high. 2 of them start kissing. You got a second to think of what you can do before they start tackling you.
Is that my next turn?
That's your next turn.
Okay.
Next turn predicts if you start back up at the roof.
Oh, why the fuck all the way at the roof? Alright. Have fun, Mango.
Okay, Mango.
What do you think? Did I... What happened to me, though?
Okay, so you're still on the roof. All the guards, they're all gone. The only thing really stopping you is the cameras, and if the cameras see you, they'll start blaring the alarms, right? Closing down the entire museum, putting it on lockdown if you get spotted. There are,
holy shit,
since you have full access to the roof, you can use the vent that no, actually you can't use that vent anymore. You can use the vent near Wilds, which drops you in the dinosaur room in a different spot. The one you went to near the T-Rex, the different room, which takes you to like the caveman era of history, right? And then the
The
hallway is
Hooga
in the
Boonga.
middle to the
Booga booga.
to the Ooga booga.
Um,
What do you want?
I go in the vent. Question
Which
mark.
which vent?
The one with the Hooga Boonga.
So since the roof is oh wait, actually I have to roll. Wait a minute.
Gotta roll.
So the roof is made of glass, right? There's like a little bit of metal where
The
you and the
roof is
guards
made of
stand
glass?
up. Shut up. I don't know. I'm trying to think of a way to sabotage you. Right? To get like a little bit of natural lighting in some sections, right? So you walk over to the Ooga Booga and you step on the glass to get like a little shortcut to the vent. But the glass breaks and you just fall down flat on your back. The wind knocked out of you and you're kind of laying there for a moment. You look like a rug though, so if anyone comes in, they'll be like, "Oh, Ooga Booga rug, nice."
Booga
You're in the
rug.
Ooga Booga room. You're like in front of like the wax mannequins they have of like for the fire kind of thing. So that's your turn. Wild.
Oh, okay. So, do I still have my chocolate scented eraser? I just made them sniff it,
You
right?
do.
Yeah, okay.
You have 4 of them sniff it. The other 4, they're too confuzzled and like flabbernuted of what their colleagues are doing to really sniff it. So those 4 aren't high. The other 4 are.
I killed the other 4
Okay.
with the chocolate scented eraser.
So you go to hit one of them. You manage to hit one of them with the eraser, but they kind of look at you and they see your eraser that you're holding like a knife, and you like keep hitting their head, but nothing's happening because it's an eraser and it's squishy. They stare at you for a second, and then they're just like, "Okay, just get her, boys." And the 2 of them grab your arms, and you get thrown up back to the roof because you failed. You didn't get thrown to the roof, but like you start
Okay.
again to the roof.
Okay. Is there still 4 high guards in the?
Yeah, there's still 4 high guards.
Can they be
the other
high
4,
for the
they're like
entire fucking thing?
you know what? Sure. The four other ones, they like kind of like pick him up. Pedro is grabbing his brother because his brother was one of the few that got high. He's like shaking his fist. He's like, "This is what killed Grandma. Why could you do this?" And so he's just carrying his brother. He's crying. He's a whole mess because he's like, "No, not my brother." His brother's completely fine, but he's just kind of like poking at his brother's face as the other guards lay them in the break room, and they call for more guards who are gonna be a while to come back. So like 4 or 5 rolls, and they'll be here basically.
Okay. Mango.
So, what was I doing? The Hooga Boonga area?
Yeah, you've landed flat on your back. The wind knocked out of you, but you're fine. You just got a little like happening
I
as you kind of like lay on the floor.
rubs
Since
hands together. What's in here?
there's like each wall they have like a little cutout in it, and they have wax mannequins in there. One of them is just like the Ooga Boogas like squatting on some logs. Then they see fire. They're like, oh, right. The other one, they have like one of them has a spear, and they're going for a woolly mammoth. And then in the third one, they're just gathered around eating the woolly mammoth. One is sewing there, right? But all of this is wax, and it's
Yeah.
behind glass.
I smash the glass to try and take a piece of the wax. Smilers.
Okay. So
Okay.
the glass was just thick enough that actually, okay, so you stand up, you're holding your chest because you're just got the wind knocked out of you, but you're okay now. And you're like, I'm gonna go get that piece of wax if it fucking kills me. So you get a running start, and you trip over your hair, and flat face just on the glass. You break your nose. You get a little crack in the glass, but nothing enough to break it because it's too thick to really break with that much. smack dab in the face. So your nose is bleeding, it's getting on your hair, and you got like a little blood spot there and on the glass.
I love how we haven't seen
So
the
it's gonna be, you're
diamond
gonna have
yet.
you're gonna have a disadvantage on the roll for that. The last disadvantage you have is gone because you already used it, but for your next roll, you're gonna be at a disadvantage of 1. Wild. What
I'm
are you
on the
doing?
roof.
You're on the roof.
You said the roof was
You got, like,
glass.
roof was glass. There's like a little metal area where the guards stand to look over the edge. Mango decided to just take a shortcut. That's why he fell through. So one piece of the glass panel is missing.
I did not know that the roof was glass. What a stupid plot. It would be so different if I knew.
There's some natural
Okay.
lighting coming.
I still have my chocolate scented eraser, right? Or is that
Yeah,
gone?
they didn't take.
Oh, okay.
They didn't take that away from you. Not yet.
I inhale my chocolate scented eraser and fall down the panel.
Do you, the same one Mango broke? Or like
Yeah.
you try and break a different
Actually,
Okay.
no wait. I go because the museum's stupid and the diamond room has glass panel over it as well because the whole, you know. So I get
Yeah.
high and I just cannonball onto the diamond. Oh,
So you manage, you sniff your eraser, you're even higher than you were before, and you shove it back in your pocket, and you just start running to the thing. Some of the glass while you're running shatters, but you're too fast that when you get to where you want, you just fall through, and you are now inside the diamond room. You see the big old pit. There's like the big glass box with the diamond. It's the typical, probably fake looking diamond kind of thing going on, right? Lasers, blah blah blah, like circling the hole, and you just need to either you get the little bridge that you can see like poking out to the from the gap to like the where you are, or you somehow leap of faith it and you get there. You do have to still make it out with the diamond though. I don't know how you're gonna do that, but you got this.
I
believe in
got
you, man.
this. Okay.
Yeah,
Go
Mango.
Mango.
I used my watch to go back to the top of the roof.
All right, time travel watch. All right. So you kind of stand up. You're holding your nose, and you bend 10 your watch, and it takes you back to the roof. You step away, and you're on the metal part. The glass shatters, and but you're fine. You're on the metal part, so you didn't fall through. Your nose sadly didn't get fixed through the time travel, so you still have a bloody
That wasn't time travel.
broken
The
nose.
thing that we have that brings us back to where we started.
So yeah, that's all you do.
Where is the diamond room? I use my anti-gravity skateboard to go and get the diamond.
Well, that's your next turn. That's your next turn because you already did your action. I was just wondering if like the glass had anything else.
Oh man.
Okay,
Can I
Wild.
whistle? That's my last thing.
No, fuck off. You gotta reroll for that one. Fuck off.
Can I
Go
whistle?
away.
Okay, Wild, you're up. You're in the room now.
I'm in the room. Okay.
Mhm.
I take another sniff of the chocolate scented eraser.
Whoops, getting hot.
And
And what do you?
you say I could jump?
If you have enough belief, you might be able to like.
I take a big fucking inhale of the eraser and I fucking jump. And I
Okay, you're gonna be
land on the diamond and grab hold of it.
Okay, so you're gonna be with a disadvantage for your next roll after this. Not for this roll, because you're so high that you can't think too well. Okay, so it doesn't count for this roll. So you take that big old whiff, you shove it back in your pocket, and you just run for it. You do kind of stumble, but not enough that when you get there, you're just like your feet are dangling by the edge, but you're there. You just gotta like crawl yourself up and you roll over and you're about there. All you need to really take care of now is the lasers around this diamond and then just getting it out of here in general because this shit weighs a good bit.
So do I have the diamond in hand?
It's like on a little pedestal kind of thing, so you can see it. You can like touching it with
Oh,
your
I'm
finger,
not
kinda-
near it. Fuck.
You are near it, just not holding it yet.
I'm not holding it yet. Okay.
You gotta like crawl up the edge, but you're fine. You make it. You're not gonna fall off in any way. Okay,
Okay.
Mango.
I whistle.
Fuck off.
Okay.
Oh my god.
So when you try to whistle, your hair, you take your breath in, and your hair just goes into your mouth, and you start choking, like holding your throat, trying to
Oh,
pull the air out of your mouth. Your nose is dripping blood everywhere. And you kind of like you kind of like hands on your knees on the floor, hacking, coughing, dripping blood. So the whistle doesn't work. Wild is fine, rolls over, lays on her back because she's so high. But she's at the diamond now.
can I? Is that all I did, or can I like?
I mean,
I
you
guess that's
whistled.
all I did.
You did just say whistle. I should have asked more on that. Okay.
So like on near how
You're near-
far
you're-
is the diamond? Is there anything else I have to pass?
Stand up. You just gotta like grab it. You gotta surpass the lasers, is all.
There's lasers. Why is there lasers?
Yeah, I did it 3 times, man. There are lasers
Oh.
surrounding this thing.
Okay. I turn the lasers off with the button conveniently right next to the wall, saying lasers off, and then walk to the diamond and grab it. Okay.
So you go to the button, and instead of saying lasers, because you're so high, it says lights. So you press the button, and the lights just turn on. You still have your night vision goggles on, so you're just completely blinded by the lights, like that one song. And so
Shut
you're
the
just
fuck-
kind of standing there. So you're there, and you're blinded. You don't really scream, but you're like, ah shit, what the fuck? And you take the goggles off, and you kind of place them aside.
Okay, so I don't have my goggles anymore.
Yeah, they're off.
I've used them.
They sadly break a little. What?
They're used. They're all gone. They're all used.
Yeah, they're gone.
Yeah, okay.
No more night vision. They're broken. You broke them with your sheer might of your hair, Mango.
I whistle.
Shut up.
Do you do anything else after you whistle?
Yes, I whistle and I try to get into the. I try to take the gem with my anti-gravity skateboard. It's so cool.
So you get all the hair out of your mouth, you take a deep breath, and your whistle works, right? So you're on your skateboard, you're hovering over, and Wild starts sneezing, right? For each whistle that you do. She's been flashbanged, she's now sneezing uncontrollably as you keep whistling, and now you're hovering over the diamond. You can easily break through if you wanted to since you have your anti-gravity skateboard. Just be careful, it might break. It's still a prototype.
Okay.
Wild. You're now sneezing, so you're at a disadvantage by another one because you're still high.
Okay.
So it's 2.
I first yell, "Fuck you, Mango."
Between sneezes.
Oh yeah, between sneeze, I'm like, "Fuck you, Mango." Like- and then I grab my rope and I fucking lasso Mango down and push him off.
What?
It's gonna be like a oh okay.
Okay. So you still sneeze. Wait, actually, it's a 9.
Why is it a 9?
Because you have a disadvantage of 2. Remember?
Oh no.
So it's at a 9, just barely.
No.
You're still sneezing. You're like flipping Mango off, and you're reaching for your rope. So and as you get the rope and you throw it through to the window, you don't have anything attached to it, so the rope just kind of does a thunk sound and falls back on top of you. Kind of like flips you in the head as like a final fuck you. And you sit there a little embarrassed, still sneezing, still high. You're kind of crying a little bit because you're embarrassed and in highness.
Yeah,
You're
yeah.
a little hungry too.
A little hungry. Okay. Is Mango turn?
You have yeah, Mango turn. You don't have your disadvantages anymore, by the way.
What am I doing? Am I still in the air?
Yeah, you're still in the air. You're hovering on your little anti-gravity skateboard prototype, and you're looked at wild. You see the rope hit the glass, and you kind of like point and laugh at her. Maybe she's standing there crying,
No.
sneezing.
Where's the diamond?
If you nosedive, you'll probably hit the lasers, activate the alarms, but you'll can get out of there if you fly fast enough.
Where's Wild?
She's right next to the diamond.
Having a
she's
moment.
Like, sneezing. She's having a little moment because she's so high. She's hungry. She's sneezing. She's embarrassed. She's in slight nose pain because the rope hit her.
I troll my rat-sized skateboard down.
The hamster one?
Yeah, the hamster one.
Do you do anything after that, or do you just throw it and leave it?
If possible, tie a rope on top of, on top of the bar thing on the roof, just in case my fucking shit malfunctions, so I don't just fall over and pass away.
Okay.
What about you? How's it doing?
Okay. So
Okay.
unfortunately, you grab you go and feel for your skateboard. You have it, and you throw it to the glass, and it ricochets and hits you in the nose again. So it's broken again. It's double broken, still bleeding actively. And the blood gets on your board and it starts malfunctioning the shit out of it. So it's like sparking and it's slowly like making you fall. You're like bobbing up and down because the gravity's hitting you now. You do manage to get the rope tied to something in time. So when your board finally gives out, you fall in. My Pink Panther music has stopped. You fall and you're dangling. You're now dangling by the rope, and the glass is slowly cutting at it. Not fast enough that you'll fall if you don't hurry, but you got like 2 turns and then you'll fall to your death and have to go back to the roof.
And your Pink Panther music will stop playing.
My Panther music.
Okay, wild.
Okay, have I recovered from my misadventures?
Yeah, you kind of wipe the tears off your face. Since the whistling has stopped, you're no longer sneezing. The high has like left your body because you cried and sneezed so hard, it's just gone. You're still really hungry though, but that doesn't affect you at all.
Okay, I'm just a little peckish. Okay. Well, Mango's just triggered everything, hasn't he? So like, there's nothing standing in the way. Mango's like kind of fucked everything over. Where's Mango exactly?
He's like dangling on the roof.
Oh, Mango's on the roof dangling. Oh, okay. So there's like nothing in the way of the diamond. Can I just go up and grab the diamond? And then just like start walking for the exit, please?
You have to jump again, remember, because there's a gap.
No, I take the rope and I go up the roof.
Okay. So
7.
you go to grab the diamond. The alarms are gone, but you pick it up and it's so heavy you kind of like slump over. You're still holding it. You're like kind of baby grabbing it, but you can't really pick it up. You're like using your back, your legs, your arms, everything, every muscle in you, and you're just kind of like, and it keeps falling to the ground.
Okay.
The guards are running because they hear it. The only thing is the guards also don't know the password, so you just hear them screaming at the door.
I see.
Trying to figure out the password.
I mean, Mango. Yeah, okay.
So I'm dangling.
Mm-hmm. Your board is broken.
Yeah, I just start wiggling and hope that I would just drop and fall.
Okay.
No plans, just that.
So you start wiggling, but you wiggle too much that the rope speeds up its cutting process and you fall.
Yes.
You do manage to like slightly grab onto the ledge where Wild is, but it's just like your fingertips. You're like death gripping that thing. You're kind of like kicking your feet. You're kind of cut up because the glass is falling on you a bit, but not enough that you slip. But you're kind of dangling. Any sudden move, Wild could step on your fingers and you'd fall, blow in your face,
Oh.
everything.
You don't share. Ah. I look at Mango.
Okay, yeah.
Hello,
I look at Mango. I say fuck you, Mango. Whistle and sneeze on him as I'm hunched over with the diamond. And I just take the fire exit out. Yes.
Oh. Why am I even here then?
Because you're also trying to take it.
We're against each other.
You're holding the diamond. The sight of Mango being there fills you with such determination. You lift it up, right? You're holding it a bit better. You're like using your knee every here and now to hold it. You sneeze on Mango and you look at him. And he's still dangling. He's covered in snot now. But you have the diamond and you make your way to the emergency exit that has opened now because the guards have fucked up the code so many times that the emergency exit opened somehow.
So I just am I out of the building? Do I just have to leave?
You're still slowly like crawling your way over because it's still really heavy. You're like using your knee to push it
okay.
back up, and then
Would you just
slowly
say I'm
push it.
like at the main entrance now?
Yeah.
Okay.
You're like about there. A few steps, anything can happen. You can get tackled.
Okay.
Mango can...
Sounds good.
Okay.
Yeah. Mango.
Can I go back on the roof?
Maybe.
Just say he fell to his death and he's on the roof now.
So when Wild sneezed on you, it's managed to sneeze on your hands and you slip and you're on the roof now. It was all a bad dream. You see Wild with the diamond at the entrance and you're like, oh,
yeah.
My diamond.
I
right?
tuck the self-playing harmonica to the entrance, the direction of the entrance, and hope that all the guards would round up in that area. Fuck.
You throw the harmonica and it ricochets off the glass onto your nose, breaking it for a third time. At this point, your nose is so broken, it's basically a hole, so the harmonica kind of stays there, stuck to your blood and bones and
my
flesh.
God.
And the guards hear the little tink sound, but they're like, it must have been the wind. And Wild still has the diamond, lugging her way over. She's like a few feet from the exit.
Sounds good. I sniff my chocolate senator razor one last time and just full book it out of the museum.
The sniff did the exact opposite that you wanted. Unlike in World War II, instead of making you nice and strong and brave, it actually made you very tired and hungry to the point you were so weak. You dropped the diamond, you're kind of standing there. You're a little feverish because you've had so much weed. It's taking a lot worse effect on you.
Oh no.
The guards, they don't see anything yet, but they do smell a lot of chocolate and they're like, wait a minute.
Did they get a slight high off that then?
Ever so slightly, not enough to really affect them.
But they're like, they're getting there. So like each turn, they're like getting a bit more high.
Yeah.
So I've like hotboxed the entire fucking museum.
Yeah, I'm gonna say you don't have your chocolate eraser anymore. You've used up all the smell.
And it's now just infused with like the fucking air conditioning.
So you have no more chocolate scented eraser. Mango has absolutely nothing. You both have nothing to your name. The guards are slowly walking over, and one of them is like, I know that smell. That's what they did to my brother. And he's like trying to get there faster.
Okay. Because Mango has the harmonica, does that mean every time he like breathes, it just lets out a fucking blow?
Well, Mango still has the harmonica because it's stuck in his mouth.
Yeah. No, it's in his nose, isn't it?
Yeah, it's in his nose. It's like stuck in your face because your nose is so broken and bloody.
He's like fucking Dr. Evil, but it's just a harmonica.
Yes,
Yeah.
breathe
basically.
through it.
It's self-paced, so it's like permanently like playing.
Yeah, basically.
Yeah.
Yeah. A
I
little
get
bit. It's like
down
a
from
little.
the roof to the entrance,
You what?
and I get down from the roof to the
Mhm.
entrance,
And you start
and then I
playing your
just.
harmonica.
It's not. It's permanently playing.
That's true. Okay.
7. I'm getting nothing.
So you get down from the roof, except your rope breaks halfway through, so you land on your back, and your harmonica does a nice little and the little blood spits out of it. So you're laying on the floor, all sad, defeated. Your hope of being rich, getting a husband and or wife, I don't know anymore with you, you're too gay, has just left the building. The guards, they hear the little and they start running towards the entrance where Wild and you are, except on different ends. One of you is still inside, the other one's outside, gushing out blood and harmonica sounds. The other one's high as fuck, with a diamond in their hands.
Oh my god. Okay, so I'm just high as fuck. A little peckish, little hungry.
Yeah. Disadvantage of 2, remember.
Kid, what do I have? A disadvantage?
Of 2, yeah.
Oh. Could I just shove the diamond out a door?
Just like throw it out the door?
Just throws it out the door.
Alright, let's see.
Okay.
So, you're still so. Actually, you lay there on the floor and you like move your hand to the diamond, place it on top, you screech it on the floor. It's like sound. You do nothing with it. You just kind of cradle it. You're kind of crying because you're so high. You're so hungry. You just want to get out of here, so you just kind of hold it and cry. And the guards come up and they circle you. They got more high being this close to you, so you will have a little advantage next time because you guys need something to get out of here soon. And the guards just kind of stare at you. They think you're a sad, pathetic excuse for a
Oh,
criminal.
what the fuck?
They just kind of. They're just kind of there. One of the brothers is like, shit. I feel bad now. What do we do, boys?
Bad now.
So they kind of stand there and look at you.
And okay.
They also hear the harmonica outside with the gushing.
The wet harmonica sounds.
Starts crying.
It adds to the harmonica.
They start like harmonizing. Okay, this is gonna be your guys' last and final roll, and if not, you both end up on the roof again. The diamond is back in place. The glass is placed.
Oh.
Or actually, no, you both get arrested, or one of you arrested if you don't fail. So one last roll for each of you.
Okay.
What the fuck am I gonna do? I'm already like, there's no winning. I'm gonna continuously whistle.
Fuck off.
Do you? Okay. So you just keep whistling. You don't like stand up or anything.
No, I just lay on the floor and I continue whistling.
Crazy.
So you're on the floor. You somehow aren't choking on your own blood, and with the harmonica, it amplifies the whistle. So it's just like a really loud whistle. The guards hear it and they're like, "Such a beautiful moon at this time of night." And then Wild just starts sneezing uncontrollably. She's just and the guards are just looking down on her with such sadness and fear that they kind of like they don't want to take the diamond away from her because she's like so sad and clinging to it. So they just kind of like kneel down, try and shimmy it away best they can, while still just clinging onto it. So
Because they feel bad for her. Excuse you.
yeah, they're just gonna like.
What kind of guard?
Because I'm sad.
Bro, I'm dead on the ground. I don't.
No,
have
you
fucking
have a
idea.
harmonica.
You're
Oh,
not.
my harmonica. What's the death of me?
The guard, one of the brothers, and he gets a very vague memory from the prison of this one inmate who just burst through the wall, just kind of laying there, and then his warden came in and his whole schmeeness just kind of exploded. It's a very traumatizing memory that just kind of hits him like a flash. He's just like, I remember this. They're there. Pat's wild head.
The fuck?
Your last roll.
God, my last roll. What's happening? Everyone's high in the room. There's the diamond.
Yeah, they're all getting.
Has everyone discarded the diamond pretty much?
Yeah, they just feel really bad for you. So you're like clinging onto the diamond, like holding.
Can I stand up with the diamond like a sad, like someone getting hit in like primary school with like a ball, and you just watch, and it's like the really sad like kid that's just really sucks at athletic sports. So I'm just clinging onto the diamond and start shimmying out of the building as they watch on tearfully because they're like high and also just like really fucking sad because they're watching me, and I just walk out with the diamond.
So, and this is a 15 because you had the +1 advantage. The guard sees you slowly get up, and he starts like, "Oh my god, she's doing it! Look at her go!" And he's like crying as he's clapping you on.
Is this
One
Pedro?
of them takes off his hat, and he's like looking at the ground. He's like, "I knew she could do it." And then you just kind of like drag the diamond out. You're still very high, but you know that you came for this diamond and this reason. One of them even holds the door open for you as you like go out. And then you pass Mango, who's still whistling, and except the blood has now gone down, and he's like from the harmonica in his nose.
Just really liquidly anything. Oh my god.
And you kind of just stare at him. You give him a one final sneeze on his face, causing an infection, and he dies on the spot. And you walk out with the diamond in hand.
Oh.
So I just successly get out with the diamond. Oh, I won! Yeah.
You come back to the same lizard that gave the Inferno Mango. I'm like in the shadows, and you're like, very good. Here's an eraser, and I hand you a watermelon one.
Oh wow! Is it cocaine this time?
Yeah. Oh yeah, baby.
Okay, great. All right. Well.
It's like a bar cocaine, not even an eraser. You're just too high to know the difference.
Okay, sounds good. Okay, so I'm.
So Mango died during all this.
All right, sounds good.
I died.
Yeah.
Well, that's the perfect crime.
Yep. I perfect this last one pretty well.
Yep. All right. Well, I'm very glad we made Mango feel late. And then dragged Mango into
just into hell, and then he just died. He just like
just fucking dies.
Multiple times. I have horrible rules. So
yeah.
You're fucking. Was there like also hair just infused with the fucking blood because he's Bigfoot?
You like when you look at him, the harmonica, like the little holes of it has hair peeking out of it, but it's like too mixed in with the blood to really know. The harmonica was a nice shiny white with silver. It's just blood red at this point. Not even the silver showing.
That's crazy. Okay.
The high wore off, and they're kind of like, wait a minute, was that the diamond? And that's where it fades to black.
That's fades to black. That's cool.
Yeah, Mango's blood covers the screen with the end card.
Oh my god. Mango's blood, that hairy blood and snot and tears. Just amalgamation.
The blood formed the letters, the end.
Oh my god. That's good. I'm glad.